Stop number 6 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Texas Motor Speedway in the deep in the heart of Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas, including the racing. Well, we'll find. Well, I believe that's true, obviously, but still. But we are here today for the running of the Interstate Batteries 500 as we're set for 51 laps on this racetrack. And here's the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it is Keith Batson in car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. He's on the pole at 182 miles an hour. That's the pole speed for this event here today. Alongside of him will be car number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Second row sees Zach Rogers in car number 1, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside car 27, the winner at Darlington this season. It's Cat Batson. Third row sees Charles Sanford in 24, and the winner this season at Atlanta. He's alongside Kev Sheeran in 68, the Country Time Oldsmobile. Fourth row sees Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet car number 3, hoping to come back from a disastrous outing he had at Darlington. He'll be alongside car 25, Benjamin Miles in the Kodiak Chevy. Cole was winner this season at Rockingham. Next row sees Levi McIntyre in 17, the Western Auto Chevrolet, and beside him will be car number 6, Nathan Orman in the Valvoline Ford. Next row sees Kyle Matthews in 42, the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, and number 83, Alex Miller, a great qualifying run for him in the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Oldsmobile. Next row sees Seth Cole, one of our in-car cameras in today's event in the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac car 52. He'll be alongside car number 5, Phil Parker. He won the Daytona 500 this season. Next row has Dylan Young in number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. He'll be alongside car 26, the Quaker State Ford of Matt McIntyre, who dominated at Richmond earlier this season. Next row sees Jessica Shelton, who has our second in-car camera in an Coors Light Ford car number 9. She'll be alongside car number 30, Jay Jefferson, in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row sees Jesse Turner in 94, and beside him will be number 55, Nathan Hudson, both in Oldsmobiles. Next row sees our third in-car camera, Joshua Osborne, in the Mom and Pop's Goodwrench Chevy. He'll be alongside 22. It is Dylan Poteet in the Maxwell House Ford. Next row, Mitchell Collins in number 20, the Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside car 12, Rob Evans, in the Rebestas Buick. Next row is down as the other Buick, Johnny Gardner in the Snickers Buick car number 8. He'll be alongside car 18, Matt Haas, in the race sponsor's car, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. Next row, Quentin Moore in car 21 to Sitco Ford, and number 7, Christian Russell in a Xerox Antifreeze Ford. Next row sees car number 10, Paul Minnick, and number 15, it is Jackson Haywood. Next row is Mike Becker in 43, the STP Pontiac, the King Richard Petty colors. He'll be alongside car number 14, it is Ryan George in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Next row sees car number 29, Zachary Fitzwater in the Hardee's Pontiac. He'll be alongside number 71, Henry Sanford in the Big Apple Markets Chevrolet. Next row sees car number 66, Ryan Brommer, and 75, Laura Chung. Next row down sees number 98, Gene Sanford, and number 90, it is Jordan Anderson. Next row has Jacob Thibodeau in 33 in the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile, and number 70, Wade Brummer. And starting shotgun field will be Adam Garcia in car number 11, the Budweiser Ford. So that's the field of 41 that will line up for today's race here at Texas Motor Speedway. And here comes the command to fire the engines for the Interstate Batteries 500. Well, we are set for a start here at Texas Motor Speedway here in the Interstate Batteries 500. Keith Batson and William Brock as the front row for this event here today. Pole speed 182 miles an hour. But I guarantee on this track they'll be a whole lot faster than that. That we've seen race trim a lot faster than what we saw in qualifying trim. We didn't run this track last season, but this season we're back to Texas Motor. We're back here at Texas. I don't know why we didn't run this race in the begin with it last season, but anyway, green flag flies, and what a start Keith Batson got. He took off like John Force on that start. Batson come off a great second place run at Darlington, the last race on the tour here. Last race on the tour, he finished second behind his wife, Kat, in that race. A great day for the Batson family. Hope to repeat that here today at Texas Motor Speedway as they come off turn number 4. Zach Rogers is going to take the lead. And he's got Charles Samper behind him in 24. Cole Deaver in the 3. Again, our in-car cameras today will be carried by Seth Cole, Jessica Shelton, and Joshua Osborne. Those will be our 3 in-car cameras in today's race. And Charles Samper is going to take the lead with Cole Deaver right there behind. The little Gordon versus Earnhardt going on here. Come off turn number 4 here at Texas. And it's going to be Cole Deaver to the top spot here. There he is. Takes the lead, and 3 wide out there back there. Zach Rogers caught on the outside with William Brock and Jesse Turner as they come off turn number 2 here. Jessica Shelton also 3 wide with her, Keith Batson, and Levi McIntyre on board with Jessica Shelton. As you look from her point of view here, Kyle Matthews is now taking the lead with here Dylan Young right there behind him, or is that Seth Cole behind him? I'm not sure. It is Seth Cole behind Shelton there, as he'll take the lead from Matthews now. Dylan Young out there behind her. You saw the last lap speed for Shelton, 186 miles an hour, which is how fast most of the pack's going right now. Dylan Young now goes to the lead now. Shelton to second place. And here comes Alex Miller in 83, who had a tremendous qualifying run. He started this race in 12th position. And now Shelton's going to take the lead in the turn number 1 from Dylan Young with Osborne behind her now in number 31. And look at this pack of cars. They're 3 wide, about 4 rows deep. This looks like a Talladega pack here. Off the 4th turn they come here. Deaver pulls up alongside William Brock as they come off turn number 4. And that was 3 wide. Well, we can't keep up there. Just watch. Johnny Gardner now goes to the lead now in car number 8 as Alex Miller led the last time by. And now Quentin Moore in number 21. He'll go to the lead. A couple of buddies going on for the top spot. And Deaver's going to try to make a go for it again here. He's got Mike Becker behind him in the King Richard Petty 43. Fitzwater behind there. Fitzwater started this race in the back of the pack, and he's up to 4th position already. Ryan Brommer in 66 right there behind. Dylan Poteet in 22. Paul Minnick has shoved up the track in car number 10. Becker dives low on Deaver. They come off turn number 4. Let's see what happens here. He'll move Deaver up the track here. Does Becker lead this lap at the start-finish line? No, he does not. Deaver does. And I got problems in turn number 1. Oh, a bad crash. Nathan Ormond upside down. Seth Cole's involved. Ormond sliding down the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Kyle Matthews involved. Laura Chung involved. Zach Rogers involved. Charles Samper's in it. Kev Shearer. Levi McIntyre. Bill Parker's in it. William Brock is in it. And it was Dylan Poteet who led the last time by. Some heavy damage to the back of Laura Chung's car, the number 75 Dinner Bell Oldsmobile. Oh my God, a bad crash in turns 1 and 2. Several cars flipped. As a matter of fact, I saw Ormond and Sanford both flip. Charles Samper, that is. Take a look again as to what happened and see what caused this crash on lap number 8. Okay. It all started with Nathan Ormond and William Brock got together right there. That's Brock in the 4, Ormond in the 6. Brock goes across the track right there. We're going to look at the 4 car right here of Brock. There he is. Goes across the track right there. slams into Keith Batson's pit, flips over, and takes Henry Sanford, that is. Brock flies over Levi McIntyre's car along the catchment. As is Sanford, he's also on the catchment. McIntyre, Sanford, Haas, Ormond all flip. Jackson Hayward involved, Matt McIntyre involved in 26. Look at Charles Sanford in 24. He is just barrel rolling down the track here. I think he's going to land around top of the 26 car. I think. No, he does not. He gets a piece of the 26, however. Oh, and Levi McIntyre gets an unexpected visitor inside his car, barely. Oh my goodness, that is a horrific crash here at Texas Motor Speedway. We didn't have any there. Here, I guarantee you though, William Brock felt like he had a wild ride right there, along with Nathan Ormond, as did Sanford and as did Charles Sanford and for that fact, on board Seth Cole. Just as you rejoin us, green flag is back out. Christian Russell goes to lead now. Wade Brummer led on the restart. You said all the cars involved in the crash. The 75 is out of the race, so it's the 18, 71, 24, 4, 17, 68, 6, and 5 are out of the race here. 32 cars left in this race here. As we watch this race going on for the lead here, it is Cat Batson going to the top spot. Zach Rogers coming down pit road in car number 1. His dismal start to the season continues. And Alex Miller goes to the high side. 3 wide for second. Oh my gosh, that was close. Come on to number 4 here. Here comes Quentin Moore to the low side, number 21. And Quentin's going to shoot by both Deaver and Miller and takes the lead in 21. But here comes 29. Fitzwater to the low side. Paul Minnick is in there. Benjamin Miles, Jessica Shelton, all in this pack of cars. All this at over 185 miles an hour. Let's check to see what the last fast lap of the race so far is. Paul Minnick led the last time by. Wade Brummer is the fast lap of the race so far at 188.245 miles an hour. With several cars in the 187 range. So 187, 188 miles an hour is the pace of this race so far. On board with Jessica Shelton in car number 9. She looks low on Benjamin Miles, trying for the lead. And she was second the last time by here. Miles led the lap by just about a foot. And she's going to lead briefly here as they come off turn number 2 as Keith Batson dives low on Shelton. Nathan Hudson up there. Wade Brummer in the 70 car as they come off turn number 4. And give a call also to Mitchell Collins in car number 20. He's now moved his way through the field in the Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. Rob Evans in there. Dylan Poteet in the 22 car. And Fitzwater going backwards and brake checks right in front of Quentin Moore's car. Boy, how many cars in this pack there. We're going to look at see where Mike Becker, who trails this pack, is running right now. Becker running in 23rd position, so 23 cars in this pack. There you see the cars that were involved in the earlier crash here. Zach Rogers, Kyle Matthews, Matt McIntyre and Jackson Haywood. Off into turn number 1 they go here. Wade Brummer out in front in car number 70 as they come off turn number 2 here. Brummer, who had a pretty good outing at Darlington, the last race in the Tour. You can bet he's got momentum from that. Now he comes Johnny Gardner to the low side. He's got Joshua Osborne behind him in number 31. Riding with Osborne in the third position right now. Quentin Moore now goes by Osborne. He'll zips around him, takes third position away. Full throttle in that third and fourth turns right there as they come off the fourth turn. Cat Batson dips low. Osborne trapped on the high side of the track here. He was clocked 9th the last time by. Boy, what racing we're having at Texas. This is some good stuff. Alex Miller dipping low in the 83 car as he's got Cole Deaver behind him in the 3 machine. Brummer has led the last few laps, but he surrenders the lead now to Alex Miller. Nope, here comes Deaver down the low side, and somebody's up ahead. Lap traffic up ahead as they go through turns 3 and 4 now, which is where the team leaders are heading into right now. Deaver goes low on Miller as they come off turn number 4. Deaver stays on the back bumper. Now he comes to the inside. He's got the help from Jay Jefferson on the 30 car. In the meantime, Christian Russell, Jessica Shelton, and Rob Evans all up the middle of the track. In the meantime, 3 wide for the lead. Dylan Young to the low side in number 2, and he'll take it with the help of Paul Minnick and Keith Batson and Nathan Hudson and Ryan George, Pote, and problems on the fourth turn. No, we're still green there. Becker and a few others got together and somehow did not cause a wreck. I thought I saw the 43 car and Mike Becker get turned, and Shelton now gets turned. Back into Alex Miller, gets crashed. And amazingly enough, she gets away unscathed without any damage though, but that one caused the yellow flag to fly. She got a piece of Alex Miller, though, come off on the 83 card, though, when she came back across the track, though. Well, it looked to me like Wade Brummer got into Shelton there and turned her, and then right in front of Johnny Gardner in 8. I don't know if Gardner got a piece of that crash deal, too. Comes back, almost hits the 29 car of Fitzwater. She gets Fitzwater, too. And sends Shelton on a frightening 115-mile-an-hour slide. Quentin Moore does a good job avoiding her, and here comes the pack of cars that got separated from that whole deal with Becker and all of them. We're going to look at that crash in a minute, too. Gardner gets rear-ended by Benjamin Miles, barely. And here's what happened with Mike Becker a lap earlier. There were 4 wide come up to number 4, and you don't do that at Texas. Becker gets turned right there into Christian Russell and Quentin Moore. Gardner slides in the grass. Becker goes up the track right into Cat Batson, and that looks like it damaged both Batson and Becker, looks like. Gardner comes back across the track right in the Dylan Poteet and backs off. And amazingly, him and Poteet didn't cause a crash right there. And now from inside Jessica Shelton's view, see what she saw from this crash. It's amazing to me that she didn't get as much more damage than she did on the after what all happened. So, but she's still in the race. So, however, she drops. Zach Rogers is out of the race now in 32nd position. Shelton dropped all the way down to the 12th position after that spin. So she came across the line. That's probably where she came across the line. After that spin, averaging 124.118 miles an hour, Keith Batson leads this race right now as we're just past halfway home in this 51-lap race here. Ryan George is second position. Third right now is Nathan Hudson in 55. Fourth right now is Dylan Poteet. Fifth is Paul Minnick. Wade Brummer is sixth. Seventh position is Dylan Young. Eighth is Jay Jefferson. Ninth is Cole Deaver. And Alex Miller right now runs in 10th position with Fitzwater in 11th and Shelton in 12th. Field comes out turn number 4. The green flag back out. We're back underway here at Texas. Ryan George comes to the inside at number 14, and he'll look low on Batson. Tries to go for the lead, and he's got it. So Keith Batson and Ryan George now will go toe-to-toe with each other on the backstretch. Paul Minnick looks slow. He goes for third spot. I thought I heard somebody hit the wall come off turn number 4 through 3 and 4. Batson barely led that lap here as they go into turn number 1. Here comes Ryan George to the low side. 10 car of Paul Minnick's going to make it 3 wide now as they go through turns 3 and 4, or turn 2, I should say. Excuse me. Now they go into turns 3 and 4. Minnick has the lead. Here comes number 70, Wade Brummer to the low side. He's got the draft of another Pontiac here, Jay Jefferson in the number 30 Pennzoil car. Shelton now tries to come back, though. She's on the inside of Alex Miller. She's got the push from Benjamin Miles in number 25. Cole Deaver gets involved in this whole thing right there. He'll fall in behind those two. And same with Quentin Moore in 21 as they come off turn number 4. Shelton gets close to Miller as they come off turn number 4. She'll take second place right here as Jay Jefferson led that lap as they come through turns 1 and 2 now. And Miles now looks low. He'll try to take second place here. And he's got it. So Miles takes second, but nope. Here comes Cole Deaver in number 3. He's got Quentin Moore low side. Boy, 3 wide, 3 by 3 by 3. And look at this mess here. Come off turn number 2. Boy, unbelievable. Christian Russell, car number 7, though. Where did he come from? He's up to second place now in the Alan Quickie colors. Rob Evans in this mix at number 12. Here comes 31, Osborne. Number 8, Johnny Gardner. Dylan Young, Batson. Keith Batson, that is number 2. And here comes number 28, I should say. And here comes Rob Evans for the lead here as him and Johnny Gardner, the only 2 Buicks in the field, hooking up, or at least did hook up. And here they come off to number 4. Oh, 4 wide, and around goes Jefferson. Batson's involved. Several cars here. Miller involved. I saw Shelton spinning again. On several cars getting into it here. Jesse Turner gets rear-ended by Adam Garcia. Damage to the Matt McIntyre car. Nathan Hudson was involved. And that is caution number 3 coming out. And this time there is damage to the Shelton car this time. I knew when it got 4 wide through the third and fourth turns, it's the same situation that happened we saw earlier with Mike Becker. Dylan Young pushes Gardner into Osborne, sends Osborne right into Jefferson. The Jefferson in the 30 car spins right here, right in front of Young and Osborne. Young and Gardner, I should say. Osborne, I think, got clear of this whole thing. Comes back right into Cole Deaver, gets those 3 right there, and then here comes everybody else. Quentin Moore, Paul Minnick, there's Shelton spinning in the 9 car. Dylan Pote is spun right there. Here comes, I think this is where Shelton's going to get the hit right there. Right, ooh! Into the passenger side door by Mike Becker in number 43. I say that's gonna knock Becker right out of the race. Ryan George in the 14 is involved. There's Mitchell Collins in number 20. He's involved. Zachary Fitzwater in 29. He's involved. A lot of big crashes. 66. Ryan Brommer was involved as well. This happening on lap number, coming to the completion of lap number 35. We'll ride with Shelton and Osborne both. From Shelton's car. And now from Joshua Osborne's perspective. And now look at this field of cars. Now we have got a bunch of scraped up cars get racing for the win possibly here at Texas. Rob Evans leads the race here. Second is Christian Russell. Then third is Johnny Gardner. Fourth is Osborne. Young is fifth. Deaver sixth. Then Jefferson, Miles, Collins, Miller, and Batson the top 11. Dylan Pote is 12th. Trying to squeeze in between Batson and Wade Brummer in the 70. Batson in 28, that is. Green flag will fly as we'll be back underway on lap number 39. Or lap number 40, excuse me. Oh, and Cole Deaver did not get going in that number 3 car. Matthews flies by. There's 15. Jackson Haywood flying by. Yeah, that damage is going to kill Deaver's speed right there for sure in the number 3 car. Tough luck for the Rockingham winner here this season. Jesse Turner now dives low. There's Gene Samber in 98. She goes low. Adam Garcia in the 11 car. He goes low. Jay Jefferson coming in the pit. Rob Evans out in going to the low side of Christian Russell for the lead. Could we see a first-time winner this season? Well, we'll find out there if the seven car can pull it off for Kerwin number 1. Wade Brummer's also going for number 1 too, and then number 70 car. He's and don't count him out. He's in 7th position right now in the Rumpel Furniture Pontiac. Jordan Anderson also going for number 1. Mitchell Collins and Alex Miller both going for their second wins. And Ryan Brommer's also looking for number 1 as well. That's career number 1, obviously, is what I'm talking about here. And Christian Russell now jumps out in front. Number 7 cars, he takes the lead from Rob Evans. And here comes Dylan Young in number 2 to the low side. Now, as we now have 9 to go right now, 8 to go this time by. Evans to the low side now. There's 7 laps to go. Jay Jefferson's is a lap car up ahead right there. They're trying to see what they'll do when they get to him. I think they will get to him though before the finish is over. But keep your eye on that 70 car there of Wade Brummer. He's going to go for low side for the lead. He's got it in turn number 1. Dylan Young down low. He's got Batson right there behind. Several of these cars were involved in that last crash, including Batson and Young. Some of these cars look like they just came out of Bristol. They're scraped up, beaten up, everything. In fact, Bristol is next on the tour, believe it or not. Part of the three straight on the short track here. And whoa, Deaver's right in the middle of this whole deal here. Gardner almost hits him. That's going to cost Gardner, Osborne, and Collins, and Brommer as well. Jefferson's still up ahead. Here comes Rob Evans in car number 12 to the low side. A pair of blue and white cars here. One's a Pontiac, the other a Buick. 5 laps to go. In the third turn now. Can Brummer hold them all off for his first ever win? Christian Russell's is not far behind too. He's also looking for his first one. And that the 7 and the 70 have both been awful fast here this whole race. 7 and the 70. And that 12 car's been awful fast too. Here comes Rob Evans to the low side. He's got Christian Russell behind him in the number 7 car. He's going to get by Batson. Off to number 4. 3 laps remaining. Russell to the low side of Rob Evans as he comes through turns 1 and 2 here. In the third turn, Batson lurking behind those front 3 cars. He's going to try to spoil the party for those three machines here as Brummer looks low on the track here. And Rob Evans is going to take the lead here as the wrestlers get held up. They get held up by the 11 car of Adam Garcia. Bad break for them, though, but here comes Rob Evans. He's going to go through turns 3 and 4 here. If he can get by Jay Jefferson, that 30 car could be his best friend. White flag is out for Rob Evans. He has 1 lap remaining. Can Wade Brummer come up to him again? He's going to have to get by that 30 car as quick as he can, but Jesse Turner is up ahead in that 94 car. Last thing he wants to do is get tangled up with a lap car at the last second and lose this race. Off the 4 turn they come here. Evans dives low. Here comes Brummer. Short. Rob Evans wins here at Texas. Well, just as I predicted, though, Rob Evans, he got up to that lap car of Jesse Turner, couldn't go nowhere, and that 30 car was almost a 70 car's best friend. And as Brummer came up to the line, we got to look at this one again, though. I mean, that was Rob Evans just about lost it right there on that lap, thanks to Jesse Turner's lap car. Take a look again as to what happened here. Here comes off the 4th turn here. Evans gets caught up behind the 94 car Jesse Turner in the Sunoco machine. And here comes Turner. Here comes Jay Jefferson down on the low side. Brummer down by 3, 2, 1. Nope. 30 and 70 had the good idea, had the best idea though to come to the low side to try to make a run at for the win though. Boy, if the 70 would have gone with a 30 though, right immediately though, whoa, that might have been by inches. But instead it was Rob Evans holding them all up by a full car length to win this race here at Texas Motor Speedway. That was something. So 6 winners in the first race. So 6 winners in the first 6 races of the season. Here, margin of victory .102 at the line. Rob Evans better thank the good Lord for him. This race, for him, this race wasn't 52 laps in this race here. But anyway, Dylan Poteet comes home 3rd. 4th will go to Alex Miller. Benjamin Miles comes home 5th. Keith Batson dropped to 6th. Joshua Osborne 7th. 8th will go to Johnny Gardner. Dylan Young 9th, and Mitchell Collins gets a top 10 finish. His first top 10 probably in a long time. Christian Russell comes home in 11th. He got hung out in the last minute here. Jordan Anderson 12th. 13th will go to Ryan Brummer, Quentin Moore, Zachary Fitzwater, Seth Cole, Kyle Matthews, Jackson Haywood, Gene Sanford, Jacob Thibodeau, Matt McIntyre, Jesse Turner was the last car to finish on the lead lap, and he was almost lapped right there coming to the checker flag. So 23 cars finished on the lead lap. It was amazing we had that many on the lead lap, to be honest. Cars that finished but were a lap or more down: Adam Garcia, Cole Deaver, and Jay Jefferson. Cars out of the race. What a list! Jessica Shelton 27th. Kat Batson, Nathan Hudson, Ryan George, Mike Becker, Zach Rogers, Phil Parker, Nathan Orman, Kev Shear, Levi McIntyre, William Brock, Charles Sanford, Henry Sanford, Matt Haas, and Laura Chung. Unreal. Just tremendous how this all ended up here. 15 cars out of this race here because of those 3 caution flags that flew here at Texas. I tell you what, you thought this was bad. Wait till Bristol, which is next on the tour. The ever-exciting Food City 500 is next on the tour. The 3 straight races on a short track. Bristol, then Martinsville. Or Bristol is next, then North Wilkesboro, and then Martinsville. That's the next 3. So prepare for some short track carnage in the next 3 races. I will guarantee you that. This has just been crazy here today at Texas Motor Speedway, that is for sure. But for Rob Evans, it's his first victory of the season as he takes the Ray Best's Buick to victory lane. Buick gets a win this season. As well as Gardner Evans Motorsports. Just some good stuff here and some great racing overall here at Texas Motor Speedway. Just a lot of the crashes kind of got in the way somewhat. So kind of bodes well for the 1.5 and 2 mile package we may have up through the season, for sure as well. Just wait till we go to tracks like California, Michigan, and maybe as well as obviously the always exciting races at Charlotte as well. And maybe Homestead could provide it too at the end of the season. So if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NRS's gaming videos, wherever the president of the NNSCRA set goal desires for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series as well as some of his online racing videos as well on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. Be sure to subscribe to this channel as we mentioned before too. Some of the best stuff's under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. So that was it today. This is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you at Bristol.